Ready?
Yeah.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Son of a Boy Dad podcast. No little sass today, but we have two incredible replacements from the hit series Tires that came out on... from the hit series Mascots, which came out on Tuesday. Fights and Tommy. Thank you guys for coming on. What an absolute pleasure.
No, thank you for having us.
No.
It's been too long.
Thank you very much for having us, guys.
Yeah,
we're pumped to have you guys. Right away, we do things a little differently on this show. We are going to remind you that you must go check out Mascots. It's on YouTube.
Yes.
Where is the best place to find it?
It's on the Out of Order YouTube, but if you just type in Lay Mascots on YouTube, I think it'll pop up.
I would hope.
I did a test the other day. I put LESMA, and it was the first thing that popped up. Right. So you'll get there.
Lay Miz might.
Yeah. Once you get to the A, you're all set.
If you get the A, you're good.
Yeah. So that dropped 8 p.m. Well, tonight, and so now it's out. And Owen and Pavs directed and wrote. I'm sure you guys contributed to the writing as well.
We did a little contributing. It was very, very, very largely Owen, but we did some contributing.
Awesome. And everyone's super excited. Like this
is just really good.
This is one of those things that I think the whole of Barstool is proud of because we don't typically put out things this pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is a very pretty, nice thing that we've
well
put
thought out too. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty, it looks good, it's well thought out, but like more importantly than anything, like it's very funny.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and that's what with a series like this, that's the thing that matters the most.
Yeah, we want people to laugh, but we want people to feel as well, and we want people to be in awe of the colors they're seeing and the shooting. We just want you to have a good 22 minutes.
Yeah. There is. Tommy said we want people to. What did you say? You want people to laugh? What was the second one?
Be in awe.
Feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's something whenever we talk about the show, I try to bring up because one thing we learned was that a lot of first time comedies, what they lack is heart. And like I think Apatow said it, maybe that. So like every time you got to punch something, every time someone brings you a comedy script, you always have to punch up the heart. So we tried not to, and I don't think we had to, and I think there's a lot of heart.
I hope. Yeah. We said, Seinfeld does no hugs, no lessons. We've got some hugs and we've got some lessons.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it feels I don't know. If it feels funny, everybody feels pretty true to who they are as a person and as a character, but it also it is clearly like a departure, and like you guys are acting, and I know that. I mean, I've seen a bunch of your acting. I haven't seen as much of your acting until now. How did you find it? Did you find it easy?
Yeah, I mean, I've done acting in like a few Out of Order sketches, and I was Charlie Brown in my second grade play, Charlie Brown's Valentine's Day. So it's always been in my blood. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's like my favorite thing to do here.
Cool.
More than any of the other stuff you do.
Yeah.
More than Team Portnoy.
Well, that's not a thing you do. That's
more than the smoke show. Your eponymous show.
I think being, like getting to be somebody else it's freeing and it's fun.
You're telling me that when you go bang chicks, that's not you like stepping into a different person away from the sort of like goofy but self-unsure person?
I used to wait for the other shoe to drop on that and for people to like notice Tommy and stop banging him. But now I've stopped rooting for that.
You want me to not bang?
I used to just be like, this will come to a head at some point.
This joke will stop eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
The universe will stop laughing at this joke.
The women will get together and say, we've let him have his fun.
Yeah.
And now we put an end to it.
No more ironic sex for Tommy.
Because that's what it is, honestly. It's like ironic sex.
Yeah.
No, it's not ironic.
It's ironic.
No,
it's ironic.
It's not ironic.
The irony
they
is
like
thick.
me for me.
No, they don't.
It is.
No more ironic sex.
No more ironic sex for you.
It's like girls who've had like a bunch of hot dudes and they feel unfulfilled.
I am different. I'm different than the other fucking
you're a
guys.
zag.
And they want a zag. They're always
that's
zigging,
what I'm saying.
Oh, this guy, he's not very masculine, but he's got a penis.
Right. And then they're like, maybe that's what I want.
Yeah.
And then you don't wind up dating any of them seriously.
Yeah, I'm a lot to handle.
It's like once they go Tommy, they do go back.
Yeah. They say, well, that was interesting.
He felt that
You're a lot of girls last.
Good luck, Tommy.
Yeah.
No more of that. No more zagging for me. I'll stick to the line now.
It does make me feel self-conscious that like there are probably girls out there who are like, I went on a date with Tommy Smokes one time in like a laughing tone, like a little story for their girls.
There was this is a long time ago. It's probably like 15 years ago. There was a Chinese billionaire whose daughter, he was a lesbian. And he kind of put out basically a challenge where he was like, anyone who marries my daughter, any man who marries my daughter, I will give you $1 billion or something like that. Some insane wealth.
The gauntlet was thrown.
And I was like, I'll fucking marry this chick. And somehow I ended up on Dateline 2020 making the argument for why I should be allowed to marry this woman.
That's amazing.
And this lesbian woman. And my whole argument at the time, I was probably 22, was like, I'm as close to a woman as she'll find. As a man.
Exactly.
I was like, I like Taylor Swift. I had this whole list of things. You would have been a much better partner. For that. You'd be like, this is interesting.
We were saying earlier, like, or a few weeks ago, we come back from Lake Placid, and there were just a lot of feminine pictures of me, which as there usually are. And I said, I just can't imagine a woman ever looking at me and saying, that's my fucking rock. That's my protector.
That's my protector.
Yeah, there's my fucking rock. Like, he's always there for me. I can always, like, no.
I want him to sleep closer to the door in case there's an intruder.
Would you have like let's say an intruder came in? What's your move?
Hide.
Well, you're with a woman. You're with a woman.
Hide. What am I gonna do? Like, do I have a weapon on me?
No.
It's just your house, whatever you have naturally at your house. So you don't have anything.
I mean, I'm in a
like
studio apartment, so there's not much hiding. He's in and he's killing both of us. Or I might barter. I might be like, take her.
Can you get to the knives? Like, can you get to the?
No, he would have first crack at the knives. My kitchen, when you walk in, I'd be on the bed at the end of the room.
What about when you become a dad?
Well, I'd have a house, hopefully, then.
But I'm saying,
I'd be further from the knives. In that case.
What about being like a protector or, guiding light for your family,
they say
role
that
model?
maybe unlocks a chemical in you that I don't have yet. But maybe if I was holding a baby in my arms, I'd be more of a protector. But right now, hide and barter with the woman.
Tommy currently is putting 20% of each paycheck towards a safe room someday.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love one of the bookcases.
You're gonna have a very like mid-size house, but a $400,000 safe room.
And it's just very obviously a safe room.
Yeah. Kids aren't going to college, but Lord knows we'll be fine.
They'll get to college age.
Which is also kind of Jewish about you. Like most of the houses in Tel Aviv, I think, have safe rooms or like bomb shelters, kind of.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, they always have. But
Tommy's got an iron dome over his apartment.
That's kind of smart. That's kind of smart. So your character in the show is kind of has that sensibility of this like lightly feminine sensibility.
Yeah, I think Marlon he's ambiguous. Certainly some more, like my mom after the premiere was like, your character came off like kind of feminine. Like,
yeah,
I'm afraid people are going to call you gay.
Hey, right, that's what I'm saying.
That's a fear of your mom's?
She's like, no, she did say not that there's anything wrong with that, but like
she hasn't faced that fear yet.
No, there were a lot of times when I was.
Where's my
Everyone's gonna
masculine
see it
Tommy?
now. Yeah, I mean, it's not Tommy. I tried to, like Tommy's straight. Tommy has sex. Tommy loves women. Marlon, his passion, his sexuality is art. It's making art. It's making theater. It's making productions. He doesn't even think about men or women, I would say.
Yeah, it was. It's very fun to watch. People have to go out and watch it. And the way you guys shot it, I think, is sick too, because you were just not exclusively running and gunning, but it was pretty. You guys are just going out. You were just out there.
Yeah, I mean, if it feels like we're running and gunning, we're running and gunning.
Yeah.
We rented gigsters for some scenes, but like everything in New York and in the street in Times Square, Washington Square Park is all.
What's the rules for people in the background of that kind of shit?
So Owen looked up the state law, and I believe it was that you only have to blur a face or get a permission if they're seen and heard. If they're
So
seen
only
and
seen
heard.
is fine.
And only heard, I guess, is also fine. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff, no expectation of
Wait, I'm
privacy.
sorry. It has to be both for them to be blurred?
Correct.
Oh, there
Well,
you go.
or you have to get their permission. Yeah.
I see. Right.
No
Wow.
nudity.
Well, you've only seen one episode.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
no, I think my balls are out a lot in one episode. Have you ever thought about? I hadn't thought about this until Kevin brought it up on the show the other day. Were you in their episode for that? Would you be able to kiss someone?
On
Yeah.
camera? Yeah.
I hadn't thought about romance scenes.
Yeah, it's
I
scary.
mean, I
you
kissed
don't.
Tico Texas in a video.
Did you?
Yeah, for a smoke show.
Yeah, made out with Tico. Yeah.
Take that, Mrs. Scabelli.
That's a very confusing math equation.
Yeah, I think that's a big. That also like kind of bleeds into the beach house stuff. Like making out with someone on camera is something that you never even really want to consider having to do.
I would be less comfortable doing it on Beach House because that's real. Like that's Tommy and
You're trying your best.
Probably blonde girl making out, and in a show, mascots or whatever. Those are the characters.
Yeah.
kissing. I think that is a fine difference.
So when you at beach house this past weekend when you took a girl home, you didn't kiss at all until you were behind closed doors.
No, we kissed a little in the backyard, but she didn't want to be on camera. She has like her job. She's like, I don't want to be on camera at all.
Oh, that's
so-
the same girl. It was the same girl.
It was a girl from last weekend. Yeah.
Right.
That's
Oh.
crazy that girls are doing that.
That just prove how much they like Tommy.
Yeah,
for
she
Tommy?
likes Tommy for Tommy.
Yeah.
Like to be like, I'm gonna go back to this house with you and just trust that these 10 camera people with us won't put me on TV.
Like they got a picture like from behind of her, like blurred her face or something, but like nothing, to reveal her identity.
But it's just you get what I'm saying.
Oh
Like,
no,
there's-
yeah. But
there's
again,
so much trust she's putting in.
I'm
Yes.
I'm irresistible.
That's what is crazy about it. It doesn't make any sense. Would there have ever been a point at either of your lives where you would have done a show like that? Like
No,
like
I
even
mean-
like the real Bravo Summer House show.
No, I've always had too much hope for my future. I didn't feel like burning options that early.
Yeah. Contract year.
Yeah. No, I mean I do admire it. I don't necessarily feel that way anymore. I think that we've seen people now. I used to believe that people that went on The Real World or whatever, they had very much pigeonholed themselves into one lane.
Yeah.
And that to try to grow your career in any direction. I mean, I remember Theo Vaughn, the first time he ever came into Barstool, he said to me before he came on Barstool Breakfast, he said, the only thing I don't want to talk about is the Real World Road Rules thing I did.
Oh, really?
He goes, that was a long time ago. I don't want that to be attached to me anymore. And it's taken me a really long time to redefine myself away from it. And
Here we are reattaching.
yeah, I mean now it's like, oh, now nobody would even remember that because
you're the Rizzler.
he's like
That's as
a
big as it
cultural
gets.
icon. But now I think there are a lot of reality TV people who have found hosting work, have become comedians or started all kinds of they use their reality TV platforms to start businesses and brands and all kinds of stuff. And so it just seems like there's a lot more options instead of being like, okay, well, I'm going to come back for the challenge season 4. And then like, hopefully they'll have me then. You know what I mean? So
You
I
should
think
launch a product, Tommy.
What product?
I mean, like look at the guys on Southern Charm. Like they have like beers and like pillow companies and stuff.
a lot of
like
people
that.
always ask me for my skincare routine. Maybe I should launch a skin product. But
Yes.
I don't really use that much.
no, you
Just-
should, you should do some sort of like home invasion tactic.
sell guns.
Yeah.
Safety class.
Tommy's, backdoor exit strategy.
And it's just sell the woman you're with.
Yeah.
For a price.
I never would have done something like I never liked reality. I don't like reality TV. I've never been someone who gravitated towards that, be it Road Rules, Real World. Like I saw the big stuff. Like I know Trishelle in Vegas and stuff like that.
Right.
But I never I don't know. I don't get why people act the way they do on reality TV.
Well, that's
and
it.
it's hard for me to be around it.
Yeah.
People are always like Sass. Speaking of, it was always like, Tommy, I feel you're gonna ruin your career. Like, it's like if you're just going out there and acting pretty normal, like I know how I act when I go out. I'm not a criminal. Like, I think you're just like I don't know. You're just showing yourself another side of yourself to the world.
But that is bad TV.
You want me to be a criminal?
I'm saying you just being like yourself and getting along with everybody is bad TV.
Who you are sucks. That's the short way of saying it.
I disagree. I think if you had 10 people trying to be the main character and trying to force drama, like it goes real drama's best, no drama second best, forced drama is the worst, I would say.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But they were talking about it on Chicks in the Office, and they were like, Bravo has to stop platforming toxic men. And the counter argument was that it's good reality TV to have toxic men.
Yeah, counter. It's good to have some America's sweethearts too. Vinny from the Jersey Shore. I think, similar.
That was 20 years ago, and you're like clinging to one cultural linchpin of. I just don't. I think that having a bunch of Nikki Smokes in the house is more entertaining than having a bunch of Tommy Smokes in the house for show. For mascots, that like, of course you're going to be better for it. For the smoke show, of course you're going to be better for it.
Yeah, but a counter argument. I think a good mix is probably the top of that.
Yes, you need some Cadix. It is very fun to watch, or just to go back and to see. And I do know you have the devious bones in your body, but I don't think you want to.
I mean, I tried
them.
to stir up the Ella Una drama last week, but like you can't force it. Like
What was that?
Una and Ella both hooked up with Chef Donnie's brother.
Oh.
And they both found out about it, and they didn't really argue about it, but one of the producers was like, I think they have real beef, like try to stir that up today. So on Saturday, I was like, I talked to each of them off camera. The other thing too was like, you can't constantly pot stir on camera because then nobody trusts you in the house since they're all going out live. You know what I mean? Like you got to have some off-camera conversations where you get through to them and are able to like talk to them. But they were both just very much like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, but
so
if you set them up, then you allowed them to calculate their own response.
Right.
Whereas if you had just in the middle of nowhere put them on the spot, maybe you get something more.
Well, they were both on the spot on their own show on Sunday. And
once they had already
this sounds horrible.
By that point,
I didn't realize this was happening. You're like, producers are telling you to go fuck with people?
No, not really. They were just like, this might have been happening. Like, people want drama. Like, see if I think that's pretty basic reality TV.
Yeah, no, obviously it's just not my forte, but I didn't realize like behind the scenes, producers are telling you like inside information and telling you to kind of stir pots.
I don't know if there's a show, I forget exactly what it's called, but it was about a reality TV show producer. It was like a scripted show, but it makes them seem like maybe the worst human beings of all time, like very manipulative.
Yeah.
And so you could see why I was drawn to doing it. It's like, I would love to.
I mean, you have to
like
do
this.
it to make the show. Like you gotta have. It's tough
See?
because it's obviously the producers and social people are our coworkers, but like they gotta not act like it.
And I also think that people just won't admit when they don't like each other. And I think that's the drawback. Those women actually don't like each other.
You think Ella and Una legitimately don't like each other?
Of course.
I
What? Are you serious?
Listen, I would love for that to be true.
Of course.
Are you serious?
I would love for that to be true, but again, from talking to them, like I really I got the vibe. I was like, oh, they genuinely don't fucking care about this.
No chance. That's the company line. Of course they're going to say that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants the smoke unless they think they're in the right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone's going to attack Nick. Everyone wants to smoke with Nicky Smokes because he's the bad guy.
And you have
and
the
by
moral high
attacking
ground
him,
automatically.
they look like a good person.
Right.
They can heal or they can babyface to his heel. But if you put two people, on fucking blast and throw them into a situation that you've created the unpredictable.
When have you ever known two women that had the same partner and they like each other? That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist.
Like, I want to say like Mormon wives, maybe at best.
I'm telling you, it does not. It does not exist.
Collaborative.
I just don't
wives?
even have like a situation where I could even gauge it. I don't think.
For guys,
Like
it exists.
personally.
I think like guys can both have a shared partner, and I think be
I think
fine
it's
with
almost
it.
a bonding thing with a guy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It brings you closer to
I
them.
hate that. When people like dude, like it obviously doesn't happen anymore, but like in college, be like, dude, we're Eskimo bros. I'm like, dude, get away from me, weirdo.
But it's easier to just like. I think if it's a girlfriend, it's a different story. But like I think like if I found out a guy hooked up with a girl that I had like a one night stand with, I wouldn't be like, I hate this guy now.
Yeah. If it's past the point of competition, I think guys are cool with it. I don't know if that's you guys were just perfectly in sync with the leg cross. That was fucking sick. But I think fewer and farther in between. The only one I could think of is kind of like how Bree is like friends with all Zach Bryan's exes now. Like that's kind of the only circumstance I could think of where everybody's on the same page, which is like a shared perception of toxicity.
Yeah, like we got through it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
We all weathered
you
the
at
same
the end of
storm.
like college graduation, like can't believe we fucking made it, bro.
Yeah, but I'm sure that they don't like each other. But you know, you can't make them say it. I think is your point too.
Yeah, you got to see what happens. I think people are. Listen, I know people need more drama week 2. Like, listen, you got to just go see what happens. You can't be starting to force drama, otherwise it's going to come off inauthentic, and that'll be even worse.
Well, whenever there's a 4x100 relay, the slowest runner is always the second one. You know what I mean? Your fastest guy is your last one. Your second fastest is your first one. Third fastest is third. Second, or the slowest guy is always the
Is
second
this in reference
leg.
to the episodes?
Yeah, the second week.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be your slowest week.
Yeah, fair enough.
I actually get that in this, just from what I saw how cast members came back. I was like, I could see them reevaluating everything and being like, I'm going to be super different next week.
Yeah.
Whether or not they ended up being it, I don't know. But like you could tell when everyone got back after the first week, there was some shell shock around.
Yeah, people are, I'm going to be more palatable, or I'm going to drink less, or I'm going to be less crazy, or just their perception of what will make them more likable on camera, which is like there's great and drawbacks to it all being live.
Correct. Yeah.
Cool.
Francis, you just came from the doctor?
I had 2. I went dentist this morning and I went ophthalmologist this afternoon.
And what's an ophthalmologist do?
Yeah.
That is eye doctor, and there's optometrist and there's ophthalmologist, and I think one is a little more in. Ophthalmologist is more in depth.
Are you a contacts guy?
No. Optometrists prescribe eyeglasses and stuff like that. Ophthalmologist will do eye surgeries and stuff.
Oh,
like
is that what you're?
No, well, so I had a pretty bad eye injury when I was in 7th grade. I got hit in the face with a soccer ball. I was a goalie and came out to stop a fast break, and the kid volleyed it right into my face. And it fucked everything up. So I've had to do routine eye checks to just check the pressure and the drain in the back of the eye and all that stuff, just to make sure I'm not developing cataracts, because I'm at a high risk of developing that. So every year I have to go in, and I went and saw him.
How'd it look?
He said it looked good. Yeah. I'm
Fuck
20/20 in one eye and 20/25 in the other. So
I'm getting to the point where it might be time for contacts, or not quite yet, but I might have to hit up ophthalmologist soon.
yeah.
You should. Fuck it. Why not?
Well, I don't like. I actually I don't dislike doctors, but I've recently got a doctor who I love now. I go to a Chinese doctor.
Yeah.
Like traditional medicine?
Like it's traditional, yeah, it's Western medicine. But I don't know how I ended up at this doctor's office, because everyone there, 100% of the people except for me, are Chinese women. The patients, the receptionists, the nurses, the doctors, everyone's a Chinese woman. They all come up to my sternum. They're all tiny women, and they go nuts when I walk in. They act like it's Gulliver's Travels. They're like, I'm like the biggest thing they'd ever seen.
Gulliver's Travels.
They're like
Tie him down.
Dude, I walked out the other day. I was there just like a month ago, and I was sitting on the bench waiting for my doctor to come in. And she walks in and she just goes, "Oh, John, still super jacked."
That's a nice feeling.
I feel the best I ever feel when I go to this doctor. I've been like 3 times now.
Yeah.
But what happened recently, the last time I went, was we went to Chicago right afterwards. I think the doctor's appointment was Friday. We went to Chicago on Monday for a dozen. And I get a call from the doctor while I was in Chicago. And I just ignored it. I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that. They called back Wednesday. Ignored it again. I listened to the voicemail they left on Wednesday, which was get to a hospital. They were like, you need to get to a hospital. Your abdomen needs scans. You need MRIs. You need blank, whatever. And so I called them back the next day. I was like, hey, what the fuck is that all about?
Yeah, what?
And they were like, your blood is we ran the test on your blood, and it's you should get to a hospital. You're in Chicago, we'll go to a hospital. And I was like, where did you get my blood? And they're like, we told you to take a blood test. I was like, you did. But I was very busy on Friday. And I didn't.
I did not do
and
that.
Monday I flew to Chicago. So I haven't given you any of my blood. And they were like, we're gonna call you back. and like that really scared me, because I was like, I assumed it to be a very simple mix-up.
And they had someone else's blood?
They had someone else's blood.
We literally just talked about this. This is what Francis got a cancer diagnosis over.
Really?
They're just like
Yeah, remember?
shuffling.
I remember that, but I didn't
3-card
know it was-
Montying everyone's test results.
That makes me nervous that every time I get a blood test and it comes back clean, it was somebody else's blood. Like that's my thing. Like,
Yeah,
what if I'm sick and I'm getting healthy people's blood in my results?
But it's happening. It's happening to some
It's a
people.
good thing to add to the pile of worry that you deal with.
Yeah.
Throw that log on the fire.
But I was truly and genuinely shocked at how nonchalant they were. They were like, all right, just come in, give us another one. And I was like, well, you see my hesitancy with that, right? Like,
Yeah.
you understand I'm not thrilled to come give you back my blood when you thought it was someone else's. And then I obviously just
How does
caved
that
and went
even
and gave it.
happen? What the fuck? But I mean, I'm glad nothing's wrong.
But dude, I was so fucked up for like a week because I kept being like, I'm fine. I didn't give them blood. But then I'd get like a little tinge here, and I'd be like, they're right. My abs all fucked
They know.
up.
It's some Asian
Yeah,
land.
I want to go
Yes.
get blood like right now. Just run another blood
Just because you were
test.
by him.
Yeah.
Are they what are they prescribing? Like laying of the hands, ginger root and oolong tea? Like what's the vibe over there?
Honestly, they've never told me anything other than like, you're the healthiest person we've ever seen.
Really?
So I'm always like, all right, see you later.
That's so funny. So funny how big and strong we are as Americans.
Yeah.
My friend Spud, we went to a wedding in Ethiopia, and we had to get tailored for suits there. And he's like a firefighter. He's not that big, but he's, I guess, pretty big. And they were like, "You're the biggest man we've ever seen." And they started calling people in from other rooms as they like measured his chest. Like they would measure his chest with a tape measure and just like burst out laughing at how huge he is. And he really isn't that big, but it's just so they're like, "You eat protein every day?" He's like, "Yeah."
And this was his friend Sadat's wedding, for the record.
Yeah, so
Right?
it was my
Yes.
friend Sadat's wedding.
Me and Sadat go way back.
I see.
Yeah. All of our own friends and I.
I have one more big person story. My brother is like my brother. And he was studying abroad in Australia when he was in college, and my uncle was visiting Japan, and my brother called my parents and was like, "Hey, Shark is coming right next door. Can I go?" And they're like, yeah, of course. It's a 6.5 hour flight. He just thought, like, I'm on the same side of the country or the world. It must be right there. But he was studying abroad at a Halloween party before his flight, and he went as the Hulk, which he went like he had his arms painted green and shit like that, and then woke up hungover, went to the airport, got on the flight, and then didn't realize what his arms were, and so he took his shirt off once he got to Japan and was walking to the hotel being a big guy painted green, and he's like, people were staring at me like I was like an action hero.
Kind of was.
They have a deep appreciation for that kind of weird shit in Japan.
Yeah.
I was just watching videos of like how there's like a Jamaican dance hall culture in Japan. Like they love like, and it's just like Japanese dudes with dreadlocks, like just singing dance hall songs, like doing the finger guns.
Really?
I think that they just love like little itty bitty cultures like that we have around the world. And
Because they have the rockabillys, right?
what's that?
The rockabillys, they're Japanese guys who just wear leather and do their hair like Elvis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's basically exactly.
Dude,
what
I
you're
also
saying.
saw they have like lowrider Chicano culture over there too.
Really?
Like they've like stolen like LA gang culture.
Dude, I recently read that. Yeah, you're 100% right.
And I saw a video of them doing like what's the like ska too. Like they have like a big ska culture. I saw them
If
ska.
anything
There's
was
like
popular
videos of
in
them
America
ska,
for about 6 months, Japanese love it.
and they'll make it their whole personality for their whole life,
Huh.
which I guess I respect. We got to get back to Japan, all four of us.
Yeah.
We got to get over there then.
Yeah.
Mascot
I've always
premiere.
said in another life I would come back as a cool Japanese woman. Like one with like blonde hair who smokes cigarettes. She's tall. She might be a spy. But she walks through like the streets and stuff with heels.
I bet she does.
Yeah.
When
I've
she
just-
walks.
I've always felt a kinship with people of her ilk.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to even picture who's the archetype of that.
I think it's just like movies.
I think it's you're horny.
No, I'm like not attracted to this being.
Really?
Yeah, it's more like I feel
Because
like,
you just described like the sexiest woman I've
No,
ever
no,
seen.
it's more just like she's got like
Japanese spy.
I'm not attracted to this tall, blonde assassin
Japanese
smoking
spy.
cigarettes in
Yeah.
high
I
heels.
feel a kinship with her energy, I guess is what I should say. I feel like we have similar energy.
You're kind of giving me the energy of the dude from White Lotus who was like, by the end, like, I was fucking myself. You know who I'm talking about? Did you watch the season of White
Yeah,
Lotus?
Dr.
Get
Schwarzenegger?
fucked dressed as one of the girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam
Yeah,
Rockwell.
yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of the energy.
No, very different.
You identify with the Japanese women?
Yeah, the cool ones.
They're all cool,
Not the
unfortunately. They're so damn respectful. How was the other doc appointment, Francis?
Well, it was dentist in the morning, right? And this troubles me. So I went in, and I've told you this before, but they do have a guy named Charlie who will do foot rubs while you're getting your
At the
teeth
dentist?
cleaned. Yeah.
Pretty
Did you go to
Sounds lovely.
Dr. Fine?
No, I've been a dentist.
Oh, I used to go to him.
He's the guy he was sort of the Barstool dentist
Yeah.
for a long time. I still see that. I still see him.
I thought we changed our insurance and couldn't go there anymore.
Nope. Still, I think we did change our insurance, but it still works there.
Yeah.
I might be asking you for a number after this because I could probably use a teeth cleaning.
Yeah.
And a foot rub. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Well, they get Charlie to come in, and Charlie is, I think, Chinese.
Of course.
And he says, "You want 20-minute or 30-minute?" And then I have to look at the hygienist and say, "How long is this going to take?"
And so you pay extra for it, or
You
it's
pay
on
$1 a minute.
Okay, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Captive audience for him.
And so I wore shorts so that Charlie would have an easier time getting my legs.
I was literally just about to comment on that.
And
That's
this is the first time I've
this season.
ever worn shorts on the podcast, I think, and I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I got something to tell you, Francis. You should not be embarrassed. 'Cause
I know.
You just lifted up that leg.
Great veins.
Well,
He has
What a
veins
leg
on
you
his
got there.
calves. It's
God
like-
damn.
Look, the point is, I excoriate Harry for wearing shorts on the podcast, and now here I am. You know,
I'm happy you do that because I think there's a real problem with podcasting that the
The
camera
angle.
angle,
Yeah.
our eyes are drawn to just our dicks and balls pulled in weird ways.
it's not great.
You're actually okay right now, but
Yeah.
like every time I see
fine.
a yak clip or something like that, there's always like
It's the
or-
yak specifically
It is-
that is just a penis show.
Yeah.
There's just the.
I'm
Yeah.
just feeling a little bit self-conscious.
No, I
Yeah.
always have to tug my shorts down. I feel like a slut.
Tommy's all smooth down there. Tommy scissors.
I have
women.
hairier legs than you would think.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
You have no idea what I thought your legs would be like.
I feel like you would think I don't have very hairy legs and then I'm allergic to peanuts. And neither are true. I have hairy legs and I can eat peanuts.
Wow.
Prove it.
I'm the perfect man.
America's sweetheart. There's nothing like getting out to a baseball game, especially last minute. And luckily for me, I always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets easier and faster because the prices on the app actually drop the closer it gets to the game. And I don't know, Tommy, have you been paying attention to the Mets at all?
Yeah, but unfortunately, I've not been able to enjoy their slide because the Yankees have also not been good. But I do love seeing them lose.
It's been nice seeing them on the Schneid.
Yes.
Well, you can go out and watch the Mets flounder, or you can also go out and watch the Yankees turn it around.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, through Game Times, put those savings back in your pocket, get a ballpark, hot dog, get a new hat, some Cracker Jack. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BOYDAD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and use code BOYDAD for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's Game
time. Guys, Son of a Boy Dad is brought to you by Kraken. If you're going to trade crypto, do it right. No sketchy platforms, no sketchier customer support. That's why we only trust Kraken. Kraken lets you buy, sell, and swap over 300 cryptos without the lag, crashes, or clownery. Are you buying crypto manually? That's old school. Don't do it. Okay? Recurring buys let you automate your investments so you stack sats without even thinking about it. DCA done right. Buy more when prices dip, less when they spike. Link your bank in minutes, set it, forget it, and let your portfolio grow. Kraken Pay, instant crypto payments, no more excuses. Whether you're covering a lost bet, splitting the tab after a night out, or sending funds for the next wild adventure, Kraken Pay lets you move money instantly with zero fees and no banks holding things up. Oh, and refer your friends. Kraken will hook you up with up to $200 in USDG just for spreading the love. So quit waiting. Head to kraken.com/barstool. This is not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss and is offered to U.S. customers, excluding Washington, New York, and Maine, through Payward Interactive, Inc.
This is Spinal Tap. Came out 41 years ago and pioneered the mockumentary genre, having a huge influence on modern comedy, everything from The Office to Parks and Rec to Abbott Elementary. You know what I'm saying when I say genre? You know what I'm referencing?
No.
Not to be confused with oeuvre.
Genre is how Alex Trebek would say it on Jeopardy.
Oh.
You're not a real Jeopardy head, sad to say, but you are a real Spinal Tap head.
That is a factoid.
This is a long-awaited sequel that has reunited the band for one final concert. Rob Reiner is back as filmmaker Marty DeBerge. Michael McKean is back as David St. Hubbins, and Christopher Guest is back as Nigel Tufnell, and Harry Shearer is back as Derek Smalls. And it features guest appearances from Paul McCartney, Elton John, Questlove, Chad Smith, Dave Smith, Lars Ulrich, Garth Brooks, and Trisha Yearwood. The release of Spinal Tap II also coincides with the release of a new book about the band and their new album, The End Continues. See Spinal Tap II, The End Continues, in theaters and IMAX starting September 12th. Check it out, September 12th, IMAX. Learn more about the film, the album, the book, and get exclusive merch at SpinalTap.com.
Lars Ulrich is the drummer for Metallica.
That's right.
It's one of my favorite fun facts.
It's pretty just a standard fact, I think.
But people are usually impressed that I know that.
That is, and I'm impressed as well.
Yeah.
Well, so Charlie's giving me the leg rub. I'm getting my teeth cleaned. They're hacking around in there now. I mean, I don't know when dental hygienists found a chip on their shoulder, but I mean, when they tell you to rinse and spit, I'm spitting out chunks of mouth.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what happened where fucking that tooth cleanings went from, kind of like a gentle thing where you almost fall asleep to like I'm clenching my fists the whole fucking time. But anyway, they finished, and then she was like, I have a little bit of gum recession because I think I brushed too hard. And this has been an issue for a long time. And so they were like, we'll do fluoride for you today, and that'll help. And I was like, okay. So I go and they put fluoride on the teeth. And then as I'm walking out, the woman said at the front desk, she was like, oh, it says here you did fluoride, so you'll have to pay for that. Insurance doesn't cover that. And I was like, what? Okay, how much is it? And she was like, $60. And it was just like one of those things they tacked on without telling me the price at the dentist's office, which kind of annoyed me.
That's very annoying.
I was
They're
like,
upcharging for fluoride?
Yeah, it's like if I'm at a it's the equivalent at a restaurant to being like, there's a truffle addition for the pasta, and them not explaining that, look, anyone on this couch would know that that's going to cost extra. But, someone like you could easily be fooled.
If they were told there's extra truffle, I would know that means extra.
Okay,
don't make me sass.
Yeah, fair enough. Either way, it was amazing for me to go from that appointment to then the ophthalmologist, where I had an eye doctor who does eye surgeries, and I had like a $25 copay. And I just thought, dentists have found a way to rack up those little charges. A little piece here, a little bit there, x-rays, and we should do this, and what about this, and what do you want, a leg massage while we clean your teeth? And then
Charlie's only getting paid $10 for the 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Taking $20 of that.
40 yen. And then I go to the fucking, the proper eye doctor who's like, I don't know, probably a little bit more trained, dare I say. And it was cheaper for me to have complete assurance that the part of my body, probably the second part of my body I worry about the most, my eyes,
What's one?
are set. Heart.
Yeah. Heart and brain are my
big
one, too. Call me crazy.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the
third.
ophthalmologist definitely has an inland vacation house where the dentist has some lakefront palatial estate
with an indoor pool.
Yeah, indoor pool. Like you could just a dock out front.
Dude, I remember my parents talking about going to hang out at a dentist's house once, and they were using a jet ski in the indoor pool. And I was like, "What?" That was like my first time hearing. I was like, "What do you mean he's a dentist?" Like, it reminds me of the Chris Rock joke of when I think it's from Bigger and Blacker, where he's like, he moved into some neighborhood in Jersey, and he's like, "I live in a neighborhood with Diddy, Jay-Z, and a dentist." he's like, think about what I had to do. I was like, I'm a pretty great comedian. Jay-Z, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Diddy, one of the greatest producers of all time. And then just a dentist named Tom.
It's so fucking funny.
It's great.
And it's just crazy that they're upcharging for fluoride too because of the war on fluoride right now. That there's like such a big war.
Feels like there's a surplus. Even.
You'd think there's be a stockpile. Of
Right.
Right, that would be cheap. That
all
you could
over
get
the
it
water.
cheap,
Yeah.
like because it's taken out of everything.
Right.
And what do they RFK says it causes his autism or something like that? Or
I'm not sure.
yeah.
I'm also unsure.
But I've seen there's such a war on it that like when I make formula bottles for my kids, like they have this purified water at the grocery store that's for kids, and there's a fluoride option and a non-fluoride option. And I guess I'm RFK pilled because I'm getting the non-fluoride option. I don't know.
It's strange then that the dentist is offering fluoride as like a little treat.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But then you can take it out of the water. And it's like a big circle on the water that like non-fluoride. It has a different color label because you don't want to even get confused with the fluoride water.
Mm.
I can speak to myself as a child. I was a fluoride kid. I remember the fluoride water bottles. Like the Poland Spring had like a I think it was Poland Spring, but they certainly had like a fluoride edition. And I remembered that's what I drank.
Dude, I remember in Freeport kindergarten, I went to Freeport Public School for 1 year, and we would have the fluoride little cups, the little things with the plastic, and it was like a tinfoil top.
Really?
And we would have to do it and swish for a while. Did anyone else do this?
I didn't have that.
Remember that? And it was so tasty. Tastes like bubble gum, kind of, right? Oh, ours tasted pretty good. And they were like, don't swallow it. And we all wanted to swallow it. We all wanted so badly. We were such kids.
Didn't they originally put it in the water because it was supposed to help underserved communities who couldn't have dental access? Like they wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things where I don't know where the science is at now, but, that's what RFK is fighting against.
Yeah, so many people hate him and so many people love him that I genuinely have no idea what the truth is. Like, because the people who hate him so hard, and the people that love him so hard that it's like I don't know if he's doing good or evil.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. I'm like I saw the quote from like Chris Pratt, I think yesterday.
Yeah,
where it was like, I mean, he's taking someone's. Again, I don't follow this too closely, but it seemed like he was doing a good thing where he's like taking. I don't think it was fluoride. It was something out of food.
Like dyes or something?
Maybe it was dyes or
Oh,
something like
the
that.
red dye.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. That seems good. I've heard people complain about that.
I think he's definitely got his heart in the right place. If he knows what he's doing is a whole other story. But he definitely wants to help.
he looks.
What I do respect is he's his hate of Fauci goes back before COVID. Like he was a day one Fauci. Like,
Really?
he wrote a book about Fauci before anyone knew who Fauci was.
RFK did?
Yeah.
The real Anthony Fauci, I
Yeah.
think, was RFK book.
Yeah. He like hates him. He hated him from like the 2000s. Yeah.
Back when he was curing AIDS.
Back in the aughts. Yeah.
Better not cure AIDS. I fucking love AIDS. Fascinating. Yeah, Francis, I don't know what we could do to get you to not only wear more shorts, but fewer socks, because even your foot veins are nice.
Yeah, you're vascular.
Yeah.
Are you vascular all over?
I mean, not. I
What's
don't
the
know.
base of that cock like?
I mean, look at his hands. Look at that left
All
hand. That's a
veins.
veiny hand.
All veins.
Yeah.
What is the worst purchase you guys have
My
ever
penis
made?
looks like a gaming system. The worst purchase I ever made.
the worst purchase.
Dog.
Huh?
Dog. I'm serious. Like it was I was 17, 18. I had just moved to Florida. I was going to Florida State. I didn't have any friends there. I was like, I don't know what I can do to make myself appeal to people. So I got a dog at a pound. And I had that dog for like 2 days. And I was like, I brought it back to the pound. I was like, why did you give me a dog? Like,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
what?
on you
I'm a
guys.
17-year-old, 18-year-old in the state for the first time in my life. You should have run a couple of tests on me before you were like,
A
here.
little
take your
background
dog.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, did they give you the money back?
I don't remember. I would guess no. But I probably was like, just take it. Like, I
Yeah.
can't control a dog. Why do I have a dog right now?
You're just shitting all over the place.
It was shitting all over the place.
That's tough.
Everywhere. And then it was, and I was obviously a bad dog owner. I didn't know how to care for a dog. So it was a horrible experience. That was not.
18-year-olds shouldn't have dogs.
No.
No.
God.
18-year-olds can't look
College
after 18-year-olds.
dude? Yeah.
Much less a dog.
How many years did you spend at Florida State?
2 years at FSU.
And then what happened?
They told me I should not come back.
They kicked you out
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
for academic reasons?
Academic reasons. I never went to college. I didn't like college. I kept trying. I went my first year.
But
I went.
no, you couldn't have
What do you mean?
kept trying.
I kept trying colleges. I didn't realize the problem was me.
Oh, I see. I see.
But so my freshman year, I went to St. Michael's in Burlington, Vermont.
Yeah.
And then I hated that. So I was like, oh, I must. And I didn't hate it for any reason other than myself. But I wasn't having fun. And I was like, well, this isn't working. A small liberal arts college in the Northeast. So let's just try the exact opposite. Let's try Florida State. And then that didn't work. And then I did a couple other schools. I took like classes and semesters at NYU, Providence College, UMass Dartmouth.
Jesus.
And yeah, none of it worked.
But I guess my question is, what was your expectation of college? Like, why was it so not what you had hoped it would be? Because it sounds like you wanted something out of college if you kept trying.
I knew I was supposed to. I
Oh.
knew that like someone who'd gone to boarding school has to go to college and then they go have a career. And I was just trying to check the boxes and stuff like that. I just didn't know I was depressed. I was like horribly like
I see.
clinically. Like I actually, this is kind of sad, but like my mom came to Mascots, the premiere. And when I got out, she went, 2004 is the last time I saw that guy. And I was like, yep, that makes sense.
Wow.
What were you,
That
junior in high school or something?
junior in
then?
high school.
Wow.
And I was like, that tracks. That makes sense.
So you've been depressed for 21 years?
No, I
Oh,
would
she
say
hasn't seen that guy since then.
Exactly.
but I think she's wrong about that.
He
I would-
left.
What?
He's my understanding of your mom's inference there is that you cured your depression to some degree in 2004.
Oh no,
that's
no.
when it started.
That's
and
when it
he's
started.
finally back now.
Oh, my
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
I thought you were playing a depressed character on the show.
No. The show, he's a pretty bombastic, like happy, go lucky guy.
Wow.
And she's like, I saw that guy in 2004. And that was the last time I saw him.
I totally misunderstood that.
Yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Should have went to Fordham.
I went for 3 days.
Yeah, you didn't know.
To the law school. Yeah.
One of the greatest lies ever told is seasonal depression, because that like kind of implies that you can just move to San Diego and like just be
Yeah.
good. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Like if you're depressed and you convince yourself of seasonal depression, you'll wind up going to Florida State and be like, why don't I feel all
Why
the way
aren't I
better?
happy now?
Yeah, why am I not just happy now?
It's warm weather. They play football here. I should be happy now.
Right, like people like the summertime, definitely, but to be like, yeah, my seasonal affective disorder only is triggered at certain times. It's like, no, you have actual depression that needs to be treated like actual depression, not like you need like a little bit more beach time.
Or you don't, there are people you don't have anything, and like, yeah, you just get a little bit more sad in the winter because it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, there's less sunlight.
Yeah,
You-
it's
you
pretty.
you just
open
want
and
sunlight.
shut case.
Damn. So did they have you on anti-Ds back then?
Not back then, but then like randomly throughout things, and then just I don't know. I just started being better.
Yeah, that's nice. I feel like there is, or what would you attribute it to?
I mean, it's everything. It's. I haven't done anything that I didn't already know. You know what I mean? Like, I started exercising more. I started eating better. I started drinking less. I started doing things I'm more passionate about. Like, I just did the steps.
Yeah. It's not like a quick fix.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That
that
is
is
what
time has
sucks.
passed.
What?
I'm sorry.
No,
My question. Okay, so you continued to bounce around the colleges. You're smart. Were you partying a lot while you were at school?
No, I wasn't not partying, but partying wasn't my issue. Like I just wouldn't leave my apartment.
You wouldn't go to class.
I wouldn't go to class. I wouldn't leave my room like for a long time.
And were you like just lying in bed, or were you watching TV?
I was watching TV. No, I would say that's where I really fell in love with TV.
You do love TV more than like most people I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
depressed in Burlington, Vermont is where I really fell in love with TV.
Yeah.
But
We wouldn't have made mascots
Is that your depression?
without a little bit of 21 years
co-
of depression.
college actually was worth it.
Yeah.
He's a film major.
Yeah.
TV major.
Did you get good grades in high school and boarding school?
Yeah. Like I wasn't top of the class, but I was a good student.
You went to a really good boarding school.
I did. Yes.
Which one?
Portsmouth Abbey.
Okay, yeah.
But like also I think every boarding school says they're the best boarding school for one reason or another.
Yeah.
But I went to a good school.
Nice.
It was fun. I liked it. I
Nice.
actually really liked high school. And I think that's probably why I didn't like college either. Is like boarding school, like you kind of already did it.
Yeah.
Like I already went to college kind of. And I was like, I don't fucking really care to be here anymore.
Mhm.
I did this shit. And particularly going to a good boarding school and then going to Florida State where like, not only have I already, like I've read these books. I've had these conversations already. I like, why
Oh,
the fuck am I
It's
doing
like
this?
you were over prepared.
Yeah.
Right.
That's tough. Tommy, you kind of are. You seem like the opposite of depression in some ways. Not that you're like manic, but like you just don't seem like you have any of it in you.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't seem sad or lonely ever, really,
27,
and that pisses me off.
27 was the most I ever felt like. I don't know why. I just felt old. And
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And I turned 27. Felt like a big jump. But yeah, I mean, listen, I get sad sometimes, but I just, I cover it well and I keep it deep down because I don't want people to think that about me.
Tommy's like, yeah, I'm a little better. I don't tattoo it on my body.
Tommy may not be depressed, but I have an enduring image of Tommy doing the most depressing thing I've ever seen.
Which one?
So we were at Saratoga one weekend. We overlapped, and this was back when you were,
It's like 2018.
big part of Team Portnoy, and Dave was there, and Frankie was there, and I was there. I was performing at a comedy club in Saratoga, and we all went to the races together. We got dressed up for it.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you had to, or maybe it was before, you had to film something for Dave. And it was him, it was just him in the driveway of his rental house announcing something and then throwing like a gigantic stack of $100 bills up in the air. And he did that. And then he was like, music, and like ended. And then he just walked in, and you and Frankie had to scoop all the $100 bills off the driveway to then like restack, bring in, and give back to him. It wasn't given to you. No. And it's hard. They were all like on the driveway, and it was like you couldn't get it off. You know what I mean? And
it's like trying to pick up a credit card with fake nails.
Yeah, but I don't let myself ever get demoralized or like to me that's like yeah, some people are like, I'm not like, what, I'm gonna say no, I'm not gonna pick up my boss who's giving me this like $100 bills off the ground. Like that's not even a second thought. Like I don't feel shame easily, I guess would be a way to put it.
I know, but I felt shame for you. And I did
That's
not.
why I'm Team Portnoy.
I'm writing his book.
Fair.
I would have scraped a little tip for myself though.
I'm sure he gave us money to gamble with that Saratoga.
Yeah.
Like at
Even
the
on
race
top
track.
of that though, I would have scraped a little tip for myself.
Oh, you're saying you would have taken it from him?
They're just like a couple $100.
I probably would have too.
No.
Just like accidentally.
Yeah.
It fell off the
Rounding
truck.
error.
Yeah, rounding error, bank error in your favor.
Yeah, it's not my style.
You're too ethical.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also, like, what are you going to risk getting fired over $100 bill?
Do you still have the like jumpsuits and stuff, like the Team Portnoy?
Yeah, of course.
Those were actually cool.
Yeah.
That was a good piece of gear. You guys had proper Nike jumpsuits in the right color.
Blue, all white. The all white ones.
I was
fire.
envious of the blue ones. I liked those. Remember that? That was the time. Jumpsuit January. Remember?
Yeah.
I feel like Pardon My Take only wore jumpsuits for the entire month of January.
I think they still do that.
Do they?
I think so.
Really?
I could be wrong, but I thought so.
They don't have to do that anymore. They're good. Like I hope they know that. Like they're good.
Dude, they're so good. It's like it almost flies under the radar.
Yeah, they
Like-
work like that. Someone's going to take it away.
Dude,
Like,
the
no one's
other-
taking it. No one's going to take it from you. You guys are good. You guys are set up.
The other day I saw like just casually, it was just like, all right, new episode's out. And the guests were like Joe Burrow and Adam Silver or something like that. I was like, the fucking commissioner of the NBA and one of the best quarterbacks in the world. And it's just like, it's not a big episode. It's just like kind of casual. Like, all right, new
That's
ep dropped.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were the Alex Cooper of sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's impressive.
It's infuriating. Once again, they just crush it. But yeah, Jumpsuit January is cool.
I feel like you don't feel depressed often.
Not too often. Sometimes I feel sad though.
Yeah, so does everybody.
Yeah, I think that it's not like a constant thing. But I have enough different interests that I could just kind of get lost in an interest or get lost. Yeah, a little Catholic guilt from time to time for sure. I definitely and that's one of the main things, like having kids. I'm like, how do I avoid instilling guilt in them, like inherent Catholic guilt in my kids, without raising them as filthy Jews? Because I know Jewish people don't get any guilt. It's amazing.
Do they not?
They don't.
Really?
They don't.
I feel like sometimes.
No, they don't.
No, that's not true. I can think of a way that a Jewish person they are very. I know they're very devoted to like their families and grandparents, especially.
Yeah.
And if a grandparent were to die before a grandson had called them or something, there'd be guilt there.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, I know they have no sexual guilt. I know that they're just, I know it for a fact. I don't know how I know.
What's sexual guilt?
like
Oh no, you
About-
didn't come again. Oh, I did. See?
maybe this is just an unfair, and it's not even like a negative stereotype. I think of it as such a good stereotype because I have such a guilt about my guilt. But I'm like, oh, to be as free as a Jew. Like it's something
I thought Jewish people were guilty.
Really?
I must have had a misunderstanding.
Really?
I thought
That they felt guilty or they are guilty?
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Is that what you said?
He said, I thought
like,
Jewish
whoa.
people
that
were
is what I
guilty.
said, but I meant felt.
Interesting conversation. The one day our one Jewish host is in here.
When you were talking about raising kids, I read something interesting the other day that I thought was cool. It was like
was just like a quick tip on parenting where it was like, instead of saying, I'm so proud of you, you should tell kids, you must be proud of yourself. And that, helps them not
That
do
almost
things.
sounds like demeaning.
Accusatory.
I
You
kind
must
of-
be very
so
proud of
proud
yourself.
of yourself.
But
I'm
it
not.
was like what this thing said was like, it helps instill like, we're not doing things for other people. We're doing things for ourselves.
Mm.
And obviously
That is a
you
good
do
point.
things for other people, but as far as like, you're not doing it to make them proud. You're doing it to make yourself feel good.
Maybe you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Would be a
Mm.
better way to phrase it.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
maybe it said that. Maybe it said
Yeah.
you should be so proud of yourself or something like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I get that. That makes
Write
sense.
that one down.
You just like assuming you knew what the parenting expert meant and being like, actually, this is what it is
the
based
other
on
one
my no
sounds
expertise.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
there
I
could be
time out
reason
real
for it.
quick?
Yes.
I am sorry. I'm supposed to have an interview at 3:15 and they're talking to me now that I'm supposed to go do it.
Go.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you've done great.
Okay, I'm
100%.
very sorry about that.
No,
No, you're
please.
good.
Again, check out John Feitelberg on Lay Mascots.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, guys. I love this
Of course. Tommy, you can hang.
Just I wasn't leaving.
We'd like for you to. We'd like for you to hang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna throw out a line, which I often do. I'm gonna throw out a line in the water here. New interest. Art.
You like art now?
I like art.
Like doing it, or
Have I
what
liked art before?
I've never
I'm
seen you
shocked
liking
that
it.
you haven't already liked.
Have I? Maybe I have. I don't know if I have.
Well,
have
what,
I said
at what level? Like doing it? Or
buying? I'd like to buy a piece of art.
That sounds so expensive.
No, I don't have much. I don't have much to work with here. This is not. I have a big wall, so I need something large and inexpensive, and I feel like that's a bad combination in the art world.
Large is now.
You can just get a really big bad painting.
That's probably the route I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm
large
looking.
is never inexpensive though.
Yeah, I'm looking. I know, right? Pretty much.
It's not.
So we're looking for an up and comer. We're not looking for an up and comer. We got to go one rung below that. They're almost an up and comer, and we don't even need it to be someone where you're like, ooh, this is a good investment in 20 years. I don't care about that. Okay, let's assume I'm never going to sell this painting. I just wanted something that I don't mind looking at. If anyone out there either is an artist and knows what the fuck they're doing, or is an art curator, or has like a parent that works in an art gallery, something like that, hit me up on Instagram, shoot me a DM, I'll check it out.
Are you looking for paintings or photography?
Probably paintings. I have some good photographs. I took some great photographs on when I was in Africa on that safari. So I have a few of some good wildlife photographs that I like myself.
Yeah,
There's
put one of those on a canvas or something.
No, but they're not big enough. I could blow it up, but that would be too big. This is like a big piece of wall.
What about like 3 smaller paintings?
no.
I want
That's not what he
one
wants.
Okay.
big centerpiece.
Listen, we're just talking spitballing.
Yeah.
If you're going photography, there's two dudes I love: Slim Aarons
Yeah.
and Martin Parr.
Okay, I don't know Martin Parr, but
I don't know either of them.
They're just like the goats as far as like some cool, snappy, cultural photography. But
Slim Aarons I know, yeah.
finding a young artist is the dream, and finding them early on is the dream. And I don't know, I was on some kind of Barstool road trip one time, and I was at a Waffle House, and I passed this guy who was sketching stuff onto napkins, and he had done like 6 of them. Black dude sitting with a black woman, and as I was walking out, I was like, dude, those are sick. Let me buy one of those from you. And he was like, no, like, what are you talking about? Like, that's
It's a fucking
insane.
napkin.
It's on a napkin. And then as I was walking out, he's like, wait. And he like gave me one of them, and I took it home and I framed it. And then maybe 5 years later, I heard that he was doing like a collab with like Nike. Like he blew up into
Come
this huge
on.
artist, this dude named Brandon Diener. He has like a really specific, like cool style. And not only did I like spot the style, but he like gave me the napkin like it was like,
You got the eye.
Yeah.
You're the
I'm
guy.
Roan, I'm great at
We're
everything.
canceling. We're gonna cancel the line in the water. I'm working with Roan, and that's amazing, dude. That's a
gotta
sick
find-
story.
but I
don't believe it.
It got lost. I mean,
Too cool of a story to be true.
the one guy, it got lost in the move. So it's like,
convenient.
it's
No.
I mean, it was like a framed napkin, but it was like this very like cool like African looking art like this, like, with like an elongated head. Like,
Did he write his name in like the bottom of the napkin?
I think so.
No,
yeah.
on what happened was he couldn't, because on the other side there was already a message which said, "To Harry, best wishes, Robert De Niro." I don't know if you know that story.
Yes.
Good.
You pranked him with this? Or
No,
something?
he did.
Yeah,
He
he
I
did.
didn't. It wasn't a prank. Robert De Niro actually signed
Right.
this.
You were at a restaurant in somewhere.
No,
and
I was
saw-
at Robert De Niro's restaurant, Le Conte
Conte
Verde.
Verde.
Yeah. I vaguely remember this, and I still don't know.
This is
what's
my
real,
biggest
what's
boy
not.
who cried wolf moment of all time.
Yeah, because like I don't think I believe it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe you on that one. What was that a napkin, or was it the card or something?
It was a card.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like
Right.
the cards from the restaurant
Yeah.
or whatever. And I don't know if Sass said he framed it, but I don't remember seeing it in the background of any of his stuff at his house.
Yeah.
But you need some big art. Maybe we could get Brandon Diener to make you something. What's your budget looking like? Like $5,000?
That would be closer to the top end, probably.
I feel like that's what
That's
you
a
have
lot.
to pay that. You have to
I think
pay
that's
that to
maybe
get-
that's like the minimum. Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Good
looking
big
for
art.
like a fucking 3 feet by 5 feet situation.
Yeah, that's big.
That's huge. So maybe I'm totally delusional. I don't know. Maybe.
You know the big thing I have behind my couch? Do you remember it? It's like
Yeah,
it's
I
like-
love that
It's
thing.
like an Italian like countryside.
Almost
but
fresco
it's
type
like-
thing. Yeah, I
but it's
love
like
that.
Kind of like chipped away.
Where'd you find that?
My wife found it somewhere. I'm not even sure.
Cool.
But it's stuff like that is cool. But
Yeah,
it's
Ron,
just
you've got the perfect painting. Is that what you want?
Perfect.
Is that what
wave.
this 5 minutes have all been about?
he brought this up.
Get-
he brought this up.
gets
I
pregnant
found the
once,
perfect
has two-
artist on
two-
a napkin.
two
I have the
boys.
perfect painting in my home.
2 boys for the price of 1.
I like
Yeah.
art, dude. I can't. I
You're
can't
sitting
like
here
art.
being like, "Oh, Tom, it's annoying that you're not depressed." It's like you live the life
Yeah.
of envy.
Yeah.
I just have spent a long time like liking art to myself. I'm not like Lil Sass where it's like if I like something, I'm going to autistically spew about it for like 45 minutes an episode. Like I have private interests, and not one of them gets naturally and diegetically brought up. Like I'm happy to be able to talk about some artists and painters and photographers.
That was a really good word. What did you just say? Diegetically?
Diegetic?
What does that mean?
Oh, I'm Roan. I have a good vocabulary.
I don't know what that word means. What does that
I
mean?
think in film, diegetic sound is like the sound that's like actually made as opposed to like Foley art. Does that sound right?
Wow, cool. I love hearing new
Yeah.
words.
Wow, great word, Ron.
I love that.
You
Ron's
must be
on
really
fire
proud
today.
of yourself.
Yeah, wow.
Embraced by the culture, the Eminem of Barstool. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm like the real life Eminem, as Dave
Yeah.
said.
Actually friends with Harry as opposed to a fake friend of Harry.
I'm
Me
not
and
actually-
Fight's apparently friends with Harry too. I just
Yeah,
watched
he said
clip.
that on the show.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
I said me and Sass, we have a very up and down. We have such a roller coaster of a relationship.
What?
We're hot, then we're cold.
What is cold like with you guys?
We just don't text each other at all or see each other for years on end.
He doesn't answer your texts, or
We don't text much. I'll occasionally text him and make fun of his crossword.
I'm in
mini
an
time.
abusive relationship with Harry. I've really come to that conclusion,
Well, you're
and I'll
the
tell
needy.
you why.
Yeah.
So Harry and I, all jokes aside, the thing we are most connected on, and the thing we talk about the most is stand up, and we're peers in that regard. And oftentimes he will, whenever he calls me, if I get a phone call from Harry, without fail, it's because he needs help making a decision about stand up. And it's probably urgent. And I don't know that I have ever not picked up a call from him, ever.
Probably pretty excited when he does call you.
Oh, I love it. I'm like, oh my God, look who it is.
As much
Sass
time
is
as
in
you
trouble.
need. Yeah.
I knew he needed me, and we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out, or he'll send me a clip that he's thinking of posting, and he's like, "What do you think of this?" And is this? And I'm like, "Yeah, it's great," or maybe trim it 10 seconds or whatever. And I will text him often about all kinds of things, and I don't always expect him to respond, but I will also text him about stand-up or call him with a question about stand-up, and he won't answer that. And that's when I'm like, this is abusive.
I think that
Because that is the one thing he should meet me that we should be equal on, that it should be a two-way street on. And he
I
often
think in
does
his
not.
mind it's like a one-dimensional relationship. Like it's all about stand-up. He's using you for advice, and he knows how bad you want to be friends outside of that.
Yes, but that's my point, is that if that is the relationship, then when I have a stand-up question, he should be
He's
quick.
a selfish man.
Yeah.
He wants your help.
Well, this is why I've tried to add more layers of mutual interest, such as fly fishing and video games.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is the end of the list.
You could get, you big NFL guy, you could talk football with
We'll get
Sass
into
for a
ball.
bit.
I'm excited. Our friendship definitely blossoms more in the fall.
When you talk football, but it's like that's another one-way street because you're not as interested in football, but you like add that as an interest to try to
True.
connect with your 15-year-old son.
Without a doubt. I should get into
What do you think Sass would kill, fuck, marry us?
Us?
Yeah, us three. How would he kill, fuck, marry us?
Should I hit him up?
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I think he's killing me. I think he's marrying Roan, and I think he's fucking you. Would be my guess.
That'd be hilarious.
That's probably what
fucking Sass.
he
might kill me instead. I think he's definitely marrying Roan.
Yeah, marrying Roan.
But I could also see him being like, I can't have Francis constantly talking about the time we fucked each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm trying to call him right now. It's not even going through. Is our internet?
Your call has been.
Wow.
That happens to me a lot.
Isn't he off the
straight to VM with him?
I guess he's off the grid. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad
That's
to
okay.
say.
This has been a great episode without him. Not saying we're done yet. I'm just saying.
No,
you
I
know.
think I got a skedaddle anyway.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep, I guess I'll just keep talking.
My son's got injections yesterday. They got their shots, and they have fevers now, so I need to go home. Sad to say.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry, I hope they're okay.
To the boys, we wish a speedy recovery from their fevers. And guys, again, check out Les Mascots
It's all good.
on YouTube, Out of Order channel. What's the cadence of that? Are you guys
Weekly.
Once a week.
Once-
Tuesday nights, 8 p.m., 7 episodes. August
Cool.
19th through September 30th.
Great.
Full arc with room to grow. So
Yeah,
Netflix,
Very cool.
keep your eyes out.
Are you guys gonna
Max,
submit it
Prime.
to any kind of festivals or any kind of things like that?
I don't even
Date,
know how that works.
Who's it? Dateline picked it up? Or-
Deadline wrote an
Deadline,
article.
sorry.
Deadline
yeah.
wrote an article about it.
Dateline.
Let's hope Dateline does not pick it up for any reason.
Yeah, I mean they got a proper press release. You guys went. It was a real Hollywood.
How come they didn't use your
splash.
name though?
That was a decision. Listen, Owen knows. I tossed and turned. I lost sleep.
Wait, you're not
If
going
I'll
by
officially be Tom Scabelli or Tommy Smokes, I went Tommy Smokes. I think the name just carries more weight.
Oh my god, that's like being Carrot Top.
But listen, I don't have my SAG cart yet.
You will.
You're
Yeah.
not. Is that wouldn't happen, right?
Well, fuck you.
From this though. No, I just mean
No, I know, I'm
this
kidding,
is a
I'm kidding.
non-SAG
Yeah, yeah,
project.
Yeah, correct.
If I were you, I would wait to join SAG as long as you possibly can.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying if I do, I think. I
Imagine
might have
Dave
to go
finding out
Tommy
you
Smokes.
unioned up.
True.
You'd be
true.
off TV port very fast.
How does that even work?
They
well,
tap you on the
I
shoulder.
got it. I had to join
Gotcha.
because I was doing. This was before Barstool. I did commercials. They were SAG commercials, and it was like you could do one, and then if you got another one, then you had this thing called a must join, which meant that before you could film a third or be in a third commercial, you had to be a member of the union.
It's like a jury duty summons.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good for me because if you earned over a certain amount of money in a year, you could join their healthcare. And I was on their healthcare for like a couple years, and it was really good healthcare.
I think with the Writers Guild, it's like if you earn under a certain amount, you could get on their health care.
Oh, really?
Because no one's making any
Oh, and
money.
you were in the WG. Are you still in the WG?
Yeah. I do it just so I can get the movie screeners every year.
That's cool.
Just so I
Yeah.
can get the
I'm
DVDs.
Roan. I get
get
movie screeners and
I mean-
DVDs at the right before the Writers Guild thing or the SAG
Yeah, I
Awards
mean
or whatever.
it's a DVD. Like I don't even have anything. What am I going to spin it on my finger like a fucking Harlem
Yeah.
Globetrotter?
Yeah.
Manually
Nothing to
play
even
it.
watch it on.
Well, you do meth off of it.
I could do meth off of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool. That's Les Mascots. I've got Phoenix coming up, followed by Philly and Austin and San Diego and Boston. That's the fall run. Tickets for that at punchup.live/Francis Ellis. And next week, guys, we'll be back fully in studio going forward. Appreciate your patience through some of our technical difficulties on Zoom. But we are looking forward to continuing to grow and hit our marks on
Big
Son of a
fall.
Boy
If you're plugging dates, I'm going to take a wild guess and say Sass hasn't done it, but we're going on tour for Out of Order and Lame Mascots, doing stand-up and showing episodes in 4 different cities. So go buy those tickets as well.
Pop Punk, yeah, we have Pop Punk this weekend
Yeah,
in
Pop Punk's in
Jersey.
Jersey.
We're going to be on tour too, and I'm going to be in Humboldt, California,
Yes.
on October 11th, 12th, 13th.
The Green
Wow.
Triangle, they call it. Or
Yes.
something like that. Best weed, they say. All right. Thanks, everybody. That's Son of a Boy Dad. We'll see you soon.
Bye.